Hello everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Agribusiness Connect Empowering the Roots. I'm your host Padmaj, and today we are diving into a topic that truly defines the future of Indian agriculture: green energy, sustainability, and innovation in agribusiness. We are incredibly honored to have with us a distinguished expert, Mr. Vimal Panjwani sir. Sir has been a guiding force in promoting sustainable agriculture practices, renewable energy solutions, and innovative agribusiness models that empower farmers and strengthen their entire value chain. Sir, thank you so much for joining us today. It's a privilege to have you here, sir.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to talk about the sustainability and renewable and green energy for farmers or whatever work we do at AgriVijay. So thank you for having me, and looking forward to share the thoughts and the views around the same.
That's wonderful, sir. So, before diving into the deep discussion, I would like to ask about your journey and the whole.
Okay, so I think my journey has been varied when I started my career. So I did my BTech in bioinformatics. I'm an engineer by profession, and you can say that I dwelled interest in agriculture when I was doing my engineering in 2009, and I decided that I'll do something in agribusiness or agriculture because I didn't came from that background. And we found that we are an agrarian economy, so why not be part of it and contribute through our knowledge. So I started preparing for CAT and SNAP, and then I wanted to get into IIM Ahmedabad Agribusiness or IRMA, and then SIB was also an option. So I tried my best to get into all three colleges, and eventually I entered into SIB Agribusiness Management, and I was lucky to get more knowledge about the sector and garner more interest. And I did my first summer internship in rural with L&T, where I was handling switchgear for the rural sector, and then you can say my journey actually started. So I worked with Bisleri in Goa, studying the rural market of Maharashtra and Goa for Bisleri, and then I worked with ICICI Bank doing farmer finance as regional head and handling KCC for the farmers. So basically, I traveled across my journeys to various companies. Even in Sony Entertainment Channel, I was looking after media distribution in rural areas of Rajasthan. So you can say I worked in the rural periphery for like last 10 years with farmers and rural households. I know the consumer mindset thick and through because I've sold them FMCG to electricity to solar to biogas to pesticide to tractors to anything you talk about. And then I built startups for other founders like Ugao.com, Agribolo, Dharma Life, Systema.bio, which was my last stint building a Mexican-American startup company in India with the biogas space. So I think COVID happened, and then I realized that I was just not doing enough for the sector. And my mother, who is also the co-founder of the company, she actually motivated and pushed me to become an entrepreneur, and AgriVijay was born. And even today, if you see, there is no Amazon of renewables for farmers and rural households, and where AgriVijay is envisioned to become that Amazon of renewables for farmers and complete end-to-end solution provider in solar, biogas, green energy, organic for the farmers, because we believe that education has not happened. And without education, farmers will not use these technologies.
Definitely.
And despite that 5 to 7 decades, renewable energy has always been there for
Yes.
urban audience. But farmer doesn't know. Even today, farmer knows only 3 products, whether it's solar water pump, biogas digester, or a solar cold storage where the subsidy is there.
Yes.
Otherwise, he is not aware about products like solar dryer, solar sprayer, electric brush cutter, electric tractor. These innovations are not getting into the village. I think that's where AgriVijay job is. We are educating, we are making these products available, accessible, affordable for the last mile consumers, and definitely aligned with the UN SDG goals. And we make them energy and financially independent, and also fight against the climate change, which is the need of the hour. So I'll align with the nation's goal and our honorable PM's goal of achieving net zero. We are empowering farmers and rural households with renewable and green energy.
That's really wonderful and inspirational for us.
Thank you.
So, as we have talked much about the sustainability, I'm a bit curious to know about how can agribusiness companies shift from linear supply chain to circular. and we can say resource efficient models?
So see, I believe the agri value chain is a very big value chain,
Yes.
and there are lots of opportunities where you can actually bring renewable and green energy or the sustainable practice into the picture. Let's talk about farmer. If a farmer is using regenerative practices or a regenerative agriculture practices, he's actually increasing the soil carbon.
Yes.
So when the soil carbon is increased, you can actually register them for a carbon credit benefit project, and they can get the carbon credit benefit also. While they can, the increased soil carbon can be sold in the form of carbon credits, and they can earn also.
Yes.
And I think many companies are doing it. We are also implementing a project for one of our partners. We are doing that. So I think farmer can do this because there are two benefits. One, you will earn through your increased soil carbon. Second, you will definitely increase the fertility of the soil because you have increased the soil organic carbon.
Okay.
And you have brought those practices in a way that now you can have better yield in a better manner, and your soil is remaining fertile for future generations as well. So I think that is first step. Second step is when the product or the commodity comes to the you can say the transportation side. So transportation, we can add lots of solar cold storage value chains. Lots of solar cold storage rooms are required. Lots of FPUs should intervene solar cold storage, and that's why we have subsidies on solar cold storages. So you can create rooms where you can store the commodity, especially the perishable ones, the horticulture crops, where we talk about the flowers, the fruits, vegetables, which are mainly get wasted during the transportation.
Yes,
so
sir.
there is a value add. We can reduce the post harvest losses, which is around 40% even today in India. I think we can reduce that during the whole value chain. After that, the product comes to the at a stage where you bifurcate, that the product goes to the domestic market or international market, either export or domestic selling. During that also we have post harvest losses, so we can use that product, use solar drying technology to dry them up and reduce the food wastage also. So that food wastage can be also reduced by using this, because we add value to this, and this dried products can again be resold to the domestic and international market. The moment it is there on your table, I think then we have food processing. So again, you can use solar food processing and other stuff. So I think the whole value chain is such, there are n number of opportunities where you can utilize renewable and green energy. And you won't believe there are technologies which people will not know about it. There is a biomass technology which actually brings cooling to the perishables. People are not aware about it. So I think lots of technology is evolving, lots of the sector is also evolving. Renewable energy for agriculture is a sector which has been ignored for decades, but I think this is the beginning. In next 10-20 years, we will see lots of interventions coming in the perspective, and lots of agribusiness companies will not only do just ESG compliances, but also add these technologies in the whole value chain, so that they can transform their expenditures into increased savings and income for them as well as for the farmers. Because ultimately these technologies bring benefits like increased savings and income. You will definitely reduce some cost on the electricity, you will definitely reduce some cost on the diesel, you will definitely reduce some cost on the post harvest losses.
Yes, sir.
And then you have an immense savings, not just for yourself but for farmers as well, because when everybody wins as a stakeholder, as a company, you will definitely want to share the incomes with the farmers and the community who are actually responsible and not getting the benefits for their end commodities.
That were very insightful thoughts these are. But on that note, I have noticed throughout the where I am belonging from, my background is farming, but I have seen people are still there where they want to follow the traditional systems. As we talk about the traditional, as we talk about the post-harvest losses, value chain. So these terms are upcoming nowadays. There are multiple options to work on it, but still people are not ready to adopt that. So what's your opinion on it?
See, I think adoption is the main challenge for actual penetration of these technologies.
Yes.
If you see, the adoption challenge has come because of the mindset,
Yes.
and they are not wrong also, because see, what has happened is some companies have actually cheated them.
Yes.
In the past, farmers have been cheated by many companies,
lot of
and it is not we cannot deny this, that many local companies, just to earn benefit, they sell a product which is of low quality.
Yes, sir.
Let's understand that. So let's assume if I have installed a solar water pump or a biogas digester, and if that is not up to the mark quality, and it goes down, and when I want to repair it, I do not know where to go, and I'm not able to repair it.
Yes.
So what my mindset as a farmer would be, I don't want to use solar and biogas anymore. So if somebody tomorrow like AgriVijay comes ki we have a good technology like solar sprayer or a solar dryer, they will not listen to it because they will think solar to bekar hai. The first thought in my mind which gets triggered is the technology is bad, which is not true. The product was bad, the company was bad, but the technology is not bad.
Yes, sir.
Technology is still beneficial. So I think it's a fight which will keep on happening. The adoption challenge and the mindset is actually the real fight which everybody has to do it, because what has happened is over the decades the urban user has evolved but the rural consumer has not evolved in this technology. So urban knows कि मैं पैनल लगाऊंगा घर पे मेरी बचत होगी. इवन अगर आप अर्बन में भी देखो, पीएम सूर्य निर्भर योजना लाने के बाद भी लोगों को एजुकेट करना पड़ रहा है कि आप ये लगाइए, सब्सिडी लीजिए, आपकी बचत होगी. बट आप जब अर्बन यूज़र को इतनी दिक्कत आ रही है, जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड द रूरल कंज्यूमर जिसके साथ धोखा हुआ इन टेक्नोलॉजीज में. सो आई फील दिस इज अ यू कैन से एवोल्यूशन गोइंग टू हैपन. It will not happen in one night or not even one decade, I would say. It will take 3 to 5 decades, but I feel sooner or later, because we are an agrarian economy, 60% population still resides in rural areas. The moment they get the benefit or the understanding कि technology का benefit क्या है, and अगर सही technology, सही product और आफ्टर सेल्स सर्विस के साथ मुझे कोई टेक्नोलॉजी मिलती है तो मैं क्या चेंज ला सकता हूँ. आई थिंक फार्मर इज येट टू विटनेस दैट. द मोमेंट दे विटनेस दैट, आई थिंक देयर इज नो लुकिंग बैक. They will use more technology. They will experiment because farmers are known for experiments.
Yes, sir.
The moment they know कि okay, this technology can, मेरा पंखा भी चला सकता है, मेरा शाफ्ट कटर भी चला सकता है, मेरा मिल्किंग मशीन भी चला सकता है, why not? Because he ultimately wants to reduce dependence on electricity,
Yes, sir.
on the diesel genset. So he is going to do that. It's just that matter of time, education, and lot of efforts, and then lot of AgriVijay companies will be I think will exist to make this transition happen.
On that note, I would like to ask, being an entrepreneur, do you have any blueprint to work on it to deal with such kind of problems, where to increase the awareness about?
So what we have done is, see, nowadays it's an AI age. Everyone is using AI.
Yes.
But we do not use AI to sell something. We use AI to educate farmers. So today if you open AgriVijay website or even send hi to our WhatsApp number, you will get an AI responding to you in local language, Marathi, Telugu, Gujarati, Hindi. He will interact with you कि आपकी समस्या क्या है, आपके पास गोबर कितना है, आपका बिजली का खर्चा कितना है और आपको चलाना क्या है. अगर आपको पंप चलाना है तो आपको सोलर वाटर पंप के ये ऑप्शंस हैं. अगर आपको अपना पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट लॉसेस मिटिगेट करना है तो सोलर ड्रायर, सोलर रेफ्रिजरेटर है. अगर आपको गोबर से खाना बनाना है तो आपके बायोगैस डाइजेस्टर है. अगर आपको लगता है कि आपका डीजल का खर्चा ट्रैक्टर पे ज़्यादा तो इलेक्ट्रिक ट्रैक्टर का ऑप्शन है. सो वी हैव स्टार्टेड एजुकेटिंग थ्रू AI in local languages to farmers. So we don't want farmers to come on AgriVijay and where we will do typical selling कि ये ले लो वो ले लो. No, we educate them. अगर उनको लगता है कि मुझे ये प्रोडक्ट ज़रूरत है और मुझे चाहिए, then we connect them to the sales team. Then sales team can actually tackle, okay, ये इतने का है, ये इस पे इतनी सब्सिडी है, and then we can do the delivery installation. Then we move on to the typical sales funnel. But till that time we will remain in education funnel because we want them to be educated first. उनको हमसे लेना है नहीं लेना है, दैट इज सेकेंडरी. अगर वो एजुकेट होकर कहीं और से भी लेती हैं, हमें उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, क्योंकि इवेंचुअली द सेक्टर इज इवॉल्विंग. वी वांट देम टू बिकम अ सोलर यूजर बिकॉज वी आर एन अमेजॉन. अगर वो आज सोलर वाटर पंप यूज़ करेंगे और उसका बेनिफिट उनको मिल गया तो वो शायद सोलर स्प्रेयर यूज़ करे, सो वो सोलर स्ट्रीट लाइट यूज़ करे. So we want that user to evolve and get mature, and that's why our focus is more on education, and that's why we have offline renewable energy stores also. हमारा एक फ्रेंचाइजी मॉडल है जो गांव में काम करता है, जहाँ पे कोई भी रूरल में हमसे जुड़ के काम कर सकता है. उसका एक ही जॉब है, उसको एजुकेट करना है और ऑर्डर बुक करना है. So there is also a possibility where farmer can go and get self educated कि ये प्रोडक्ट कैसे काम करेगा, कैसे है, मेरे लिए बेनिफिशियल है नहीं, मेरा ROI क्या है. So we do this education through AI and offline stores, and that's how we work as a company.
That's very nice, sir.
Thank
So
you.
moving ahead, sir, there is a lot curiosity around. Moving ahead, sir, there is a lot of curiosity around this topic, carbon credit. So can you explain how carbon credits work for farmers and how Indian farmers can be benefited throughout that?
See, I'll be very honest. I think we are at very nascent stage where we can bring the benefit of the carbon credits to the farmers. The reason is, what has happened is in the past, many impact enterprises or many companies have, got the carbon credit benefit, subsidizing a renewable energy product for the farmer. Let's assume biogas digester. So when we subsidize biogas digester with the carbon credit benefit, the cost goes down. So farmer gets the low cost product, but the carbon credit benefit goes to the company. And this has been a practice for long now. But now what is happening is, अगर आप एक फार्मर हैं एंड अगर एक कंपनी है जिसके पास करीब 5-6 साल का कार्बन क्रेडिट प्रोजेक्ट है रीजनरेटिव एग्रीकल्चर का, तो वो कुछ फार्मर्स के साथ, लेट्स सब्ज्यूम 50,000 फार्मर के साथ वो 5.5 साल उनके साथ काम करेगा, उनको सॉइल टेस्टिंग करके देगा, उनके रीजनरेटिव प्रैक्टिसेस में उनको एजुकेट करेगा, मदद करेगा, उनको प्रोडक्ट्स देगा जिससे वो ऑर्गेनिक हो जाए, एंड जो इंक्रीज सॉइल कार्बन है जब भी वो बिकेगा कार्बन क्रेडिट के रूप में, उनको उसकी अर्निंग्स ट्रांसफ़र करेगा. So that is also happening, and I think lots of companies are doing it. We also doing it. Everyone is doing it now. So I think this maturity will come sooner or later. But इसमें भी there is a possibility lots of companies will come and cheat them. Yes. So I will say कि दोनों चीज़ें होने वाली हैं. बेनिफिट भी आने वाला है और कई जगह शायद चीटिंग भी होने वाली, क्योंकि सेक्टर अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड है. हम इसको कंट्रोल ही नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि क्वांटम इतना बड़ा है. दूसरी चीज़ ये है कि अगर आज हम 1000 सोलर वाटर पंप या 1000 बायोगैस डाइजेस्टर लगाते हैं एज अ कंपनी, तो भी हम कार्बन क्रेडिट बेनिफिट नहीं ले सकते हैं क्योंकि वेरा गोल्ड स्टैंडर्ड उतना क्वांटम अलाउ नहीं करते हैं. आई थिंक इसमें भी काफ़ी चेंजेस हो रहे हैं. इंडिया में कार्बन क्रेडिट का एक एक्सचेंज बन रहा है, मार्केट बन रहा है अभी. गवर्नमेंट इज ऑल्सो स्टेपिंग इन, गवर्नमेंट इज मेकिंग लॉट्स ऑफ पॉलिसीज अराउंड इट. MNRE इज टोटली इनटू इट. वी हैव अ बॉडी विच इज CCAI विच इज वर्किंग ऑन दिस. I think lots of work is going to happen in this sector, and sooner or later I firmly believe 10 years 20 years down the line, अगर मैं कोई सोलर प्रोडक्ट यूज़ कर रहा हूँ या बायोगैस डाइजेस्टर यूज़ कर रहा हूँ और अगर मैं क्लाइमेट चेंज के खिलाफ एक लड़ाई में मदद कर रहा हूँ by using that product, I am generating a carbon credit, I might get the benefit. So this is the future, but I believe lots of things are going to happen because हमारी एग्रीकल्चर प्रैक्टिसेस जो ट्रेडिशनल हैं वो भी ट्रांसफॉर्म होना बाकी हैं. सो आई थिंक बहुत काम चल रहा है. विजिबिलिटी आई फील अगले 5-10 सालों में आने लगेगी, जब लोग खुद कहेंगे कि मैंने एक कंपनी के साथ रीजनरेटिव एग्रीकल्चर किया और मेरा सॉइल कार्बन भी बढ़ा, मेरी फसल भी बढ़ी, ईल्ड भी बढ़ी, मेरी फसल भी ऑर्गेनिकली अच्छी हुई और मैंने पैसे भी कमाए क्योंकि कार्बन क्रेडिट बिका मैंने, क्योंकि इंक्रीज सॉइल कार्बन था. सो आई थिंक ये फ्यूचर आने वाला है. वी आर टुवर्ड्स दैट फ्यूचर, and I think we are going to witness that future journey as companies also in the space.
We all are looking forward.
Same, yeah.
That brings me to another interesting point, like what sustainable innovations are emerging in fertilizers or pesticide production to reduce environmental impact?
I feel I do not belong from this space, so I will not recommend because few of my founder friends are there.
Yeah.
But I keep tracking on it. I feel organic fertilizers is the trend which is going on, but organic ये अभी बहुत dicey situation.
Yes.
And I feel देखो ब्रांडेड कंपनीज में हम ट्रस्ट कर सकते हैं. लाइक अगर कल गोदरेज बोलता है मैं ऑर्गेनिक प्रोडक्ट ला रहा हूँ, हम ट्रस्ट कर सकते हैं. अगर बायर बोलता है या सिंजेंटा बोलता है, हम ट्रस्ट कर सकते हैं और फार्मर यूज़ भी करता है. बट आई फील लॉट ऑफ न्यू कंपनीज, इवन न्यू स्टार्टअप्स जो आ रहे हैं, उस पर बिलीव करना थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी सिचुएशन है ना. बिकॉज मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि सब खराब है, मैं ये भी नहीं कह रहा कि सब अच्छे हैं. इट्स अ वेरी ट्रिकी सिचुएशन, क्योंकि ऑर्गेनिक बहुत वो कहते हैं ना, ट्रिकी सिचुएशन इसलिए हो गया है, फार्मर के पास एक वो मापदंड नहीं है, इट्स मेजरमेंट नहीं है, मीटर नहीं कि अगर ये साइन है तो वो ऑर्गेनिक हो गया होगा. अभी आई थिंक गवर्नमेंट इज ऑल्सो कंट्रोलिंग इट. आई थिंक ऑनरेबल एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्टर शिवराज सर ऑल्सो सेड कि आई रियली डोंट वांट कंपनीज टू चीट फार्मर्स. ऑर्गेनिक पेस्टिसाइड्स भी हैं हमारे पास, ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइजर्स भी हैं. lot of things is happening.
Yes.
Even biostimulants karke lots of things have been added where you are trying to replace the traditional pesticides or fertilizers because the impact on the soil is humongous, and
Yes.
that is not deniable. But I feel this sector also needs some organization on the government side, on the privatization side. I feel lot of policies will come in to control and find the right way of getting the organic fertilizer pesticides onto the field. Because even I feel अगर आज अगर एज अ फार्मर मुझे ढूंढना हो कि मुझे ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइजर चाहिए, मुझे पता ही नहीं है कि असली कौन है नकली कौन है, सबसे पहली बात. एंड जब तक मैं वो माइंडसेट मेरा उसके बारे में नॉलेज नहीं आएगा या क्लियर नहीं आएगा, ये सिचुएशन डाइसी रहने वाली है. सो आई थिंक दिस सेक्टर विल कम एंड इवॉल्व ऑल्सो, बट आई फील वी नीड समथिंग, अ बॉडी विच सेज कि मैंने अगर सर्टिफाई कर दिया तो वो ऑर्गेनिक है, अदरवाइज नहीं है. क्योंकि वो एक सेंट्रल बॉडी, आई थिंक मेनी बॉडीज आर देयर. अभी क्या मल्टीपल बॉडी सर्टिफाई कर रही हैं तो लोग पता ही नहीं कर पा रहे. कभी ICR, कोई कहता है मैं ICR प्रमाणित हूँ, कोई कहता है मैं इस इंस्टीट्यूट से प्रमाणित हूँ. एंड वी हैव एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटीज़ एट लार्ज इन इंडिया एंड ऑल आर गवर्नमेंट यूनिवर्सिटीज़. सो अगर मैं गवर्नमेंट यूनिवर्सिटी का अप्रूवल भी लेके आता हूँ तो भी फार्मर बिलीव करेगा यार सरकारी यूनिवर्सिटी है. सो आई थिंक दैट इज़ ऑल्सो अ डिबेटेबल टॉपिक. But I feel lots of policies have been formed by government and government is strict about it. I'm really liking how Shivraj sir, Honorable Minister, is tackling this situation. And the formal, I think in sooner or later, the policies will be there to protect the interests of the farmers, for sure.
On this note, I would like to ask about, you already working in the agriculture field, and we said it is a bit unorganized sector. So working on the field and in an unorganized field, how it is difficult to present yourself and work hardly over there?
See, I started my career from field sales, So I feel अगर आप agribusiness में हैं, if you are in agribusiness in any form, whether you are a graduate, whether you are an employee or anybody, I feel you should have worked some point of time, some part, 1 साल 2 साल field sales में. The reason is क्योंकि field sales में you actually directly interact with the user, the consumer, farmer. और जब आप फार्मर और रूरल हाउस होल्ड से बात करते हैं ना, तो यू गेट टू नो द साइकी ऑफ द कंज्यूमर. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. एंड देयर आर वेरी न्यूएंसेस इन इंडिया पे है ना, हर 10 किलोमीटर पे टेस्ट चेंज हो जाता है, बोली चेंज हो जाती है. हम बहुत डाइवर्स हैं, हम बहुत कल्चरली डाइवर्स हैं. सो जब सिचुएशन है तो आप सोचो कि अगर आप गाँव वालों के लिए काम करना चाह रहे हो, फार्मर्स के लिए काम करना चाह रहे हो, और अगर आपको उनका नॉलेज ही नहीं हो कि उनकी लाइफस्टाइल क्या है, तो बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट है वो. क्योंकि गांव में फार्मर का जो बाइंग डिसीजन है वो अकेला नहीं होता है. सो फार्मर को कुछ लेना है तो उसके घर का डिसीजन लेता है, क्योंकि वो घर पे डिस्कस होता है कि हम ये लेंगे, क्या ये इम्पैक्टफुल है, क्या ये हमारे लिए काम का है, हमारे कोई दूसरे खर्चे तो इम्पैक्ट नहीं हो रहे, क्या फसल पे कुछ इम्पैक्ट है या कुछ इम्पैक्ट है. दे टेक अ कॉमन डिस्कशन एज अ फैमिली एंड देन दे टेक अ बाइंग डिसीजन. So I think that you need to understand also, and I feel the exposure to the field is the way forward. Because क्या होता है ना, हम we study MBA in urban schools. Even I'm from a top premium B school, and if I stay in a nutshell कि यार मैं तो एक टॉप B स्कूल से हूँ, एग्रीबिजनेस मुझे तो सब आता है, और मैं फार्मर के पास क्यों जाऊँ, मैं ग्राउंड पे क्यों जाऊँ, मैं अपने फॉर्मल शूज़ में, फॉर्मल ड्रेसअप मैं उसको ख़राब करते हुए गांव में क्यों घूमूँ. आई थिंक मैं फिर यहाँ नहीं पहुँचता. अगर आपको एग्री बिजनेस और एग्रीकल्चर में ग्रो होना है तो आपको अपने जूते गंदे करने पड़ेंगे, कपड़े गंदे करने पड़ेंगे, और आपको देसी रहना पड़ेगा, उस किसान की तरह जो खुद देसी है और खुद आपसे ज़्यादा मेहनत करता है. वो उसकी मेहनत आप इमेजिन भी नहीं कर सकते. यू आर नॉट डूइंग 10% ऑफ दैट. क्योंकि उसका अगर आप लाइफस्टाइल देख लो पूरे दिन में, इवन आप एक डेयरी फार्मर का ले लो जो सुबह दूध निकालता है, शाम को दूध निकालता है और अपने सप्लाई करता है डेयरी को, आप उसका ही लाइफस्टाइल समझ लो तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि वो खेती भी कर रहा है, वो दूध भी निकाल रहा है, और उसका पूरी दिनचर्या इसी में बिजी है. सो आई थिंक इफ़ यू डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड दैट साइकी, यू विल नॉट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट टू पिच, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट टू पिच. अगर आप सेल्स में हो तो आपको यही नहीं पता लगेगा उसको बेचना कैसे है. सी अल्टीमेटली अगर आपको उसको प्रोडक्ट को बेचना है तो आपको यूज़र को समझना पड़ेगा. इवन बेचना छोड़ दो, अगर उसके साथ काम भी करना है, डेवलपमेंट वर्क भी करना है, या उसको कोई नई टेक्नोलॉजी सिखानी है, एजुकेट करनी है, तो भी आप नहीं कर सकते जब तक आप उसको लाइफस्टाइल नहीं जानते. सो आई थिंक द बेस्ट वे इज स्टे ग्राउंडेड. अगर आप फार्मर की तरह रहोगे एग्री बिजनेस में तो बहुत आगे जाओगे, और फार्मर के थॉट प्रोसेस से चलोगे तो देर इज़ नो, कहते हैं ना, देर इज़ नो लुकिंग बैक. आई बिलीव यू विल बिकम अ रीजनल हेड, नेशनल हेड इन एनी एग्री इनपुट और एनी कंपनीज इफ़ यू गो बाय दिस रूल, बिकॉज you education is a ticket to your industry.
Yes.
But it is not a mandate that you know the rural consumer. To know the rural consumer, you have to work on ground 1 or 2 years. Once you do that, you understand the psyche, then you can come up and then you can formulate into strategies, you know, advisory, policies, everything, which you want to do in a great manner. So I think that is the way forward.
Very positive thoughts these are.
Thank you.
Now, sir, talking about the another important aspects, what is the potential of waste to energy models in agriculture? For example, using crop residues or animal waste.
I think there are immense opportunities. I'll be very honest. We all know Delhi's air pollution issue.
Yes, sir.
So you know, Parnali का issue अभी भी है, and lots of startups companies are there जो उसको ट्रांसफॉर्म कर रहे हैं प्रोडक्ट्स में, उसको ट्रांसफॉर्म कर रहे हैं इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में, उसको ट्रांसफॉर्म कर रहे हैं एनर्जी में. वेस्ट टू एनर्जी एक ऐसा सेक्टर है जो पहले इग्नोर्ड था बट अभी सबसे ज़्यादा लाइमलाइट में. आप देख लीजिए, आप गोबर से लोग बायोगैस बना रहे हैं, हम बायोगैस से बिजली बना रहे हैं, बायोगैस से हम कुकिंग कर रहे हैं, बॉइलिंग कर रहे हैं. वी हैव waste being recycled into products which can be used by the urban consumer. I have one of my friend who is actually making a solar tile by the plastic waste. So I think this sector is evolving. The sector is doing really good. We have companies who are transforming, you know, corn waste, starch waste into some products, you know, furnitures coming in. I think this sector is going to evolve, and a lot of good things are happening, and the best part is people have learned to generate value from the waste, and once that happens, you know, lots of impact investors, lots of investment will also come in, and because we are aligned with the net zero goals, this will again you know, help us to reduce the carbon and the greenhouse gas emissions, which where India stands at the third space, which is not good. And I think this is going to help us and achieve our goals as well as a nation.
Definitely, sir.
Yeah.
So something many people wonder about is sustainability. So how can sustainability be made profitable for farmers, not just environmentally beneficial?
See, let us understand कि अगर हम climate change की बात करेंगे किसी भी फार्मर से, उसको उससे लेना देना नहीं. Let us be very practical.
Yes.
हम यू नो AC कैबिन्स या ऑफिसेज में बोल सकते हैं क्लाइमेट चेंज के खिलाफ ये करना चाहिए, ये क्लाइमेट के लिए अच्छा नहीं है, एनवायरनमेंट के लिए अच्छा नहीं है. बट फार्मर को क्या लेना देना उससे? फार्मर को दो तीन चीज़ों से लेना है. मेरी ईल्ड अच्छी हो, है ना, मेरा घर का खर्चा चल रहा है, मेरी ज़रूरतें पूरी हो रही हैं, मेरी फसल सही दाम पे बिक रही है मार्केट में, है ना. इससे ज़्यादा फार्मर को कुछ नहीं लेना देना. क्लाइमेट चेंज उसके दिमाग में, यू नो, 10वां थॉट भी नहीं है. लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड दैट वेरी प्रैक्टिकली. सो आई फील इफ़ यू वांट टू ब्रिंग अ फाइट अगेंस्ट द क्लाइमेट चेंज, आपको सस्टेनेबिलिटी लानी भी है और क्रिएट भी करनी है, तो अगर हम फार्मर्स को वो प्रोडक्ट्स दे सकें जिससे उसकी इनकम बढ़े, ईल्ड बढ़े और खर्चा कम हो, और वो प्रोडक्ट्स एनवायरनमेंट फ्रेंडली हो, आई थिंक देन वी कैन, यू नो, लिंक सस्टेनेबिलिटी टू दी farmers. Because if you see, let's assume, take an example of solar water pump या बायोगैस डाइजेस्टर. बायोगैस डाइजेस्टर गोबर को ट्रीट करके बायोगैस बनाता है.
Yes.
और वो गोबर बायो स्लरी के फॉर्म में बाहर निकलता है एज एन आउटपुट. वो स्लरी जब ऑर्गेनिक तरीके से, ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइज़र यूज़ होती है खेत में, तो सॉइल का कार्बन बढ़ता है, ऑर्गेनिक खेती होती है, और जो बायोगैस बनी है उससे आप कुकिंग, बॉइलिंग करते हो. सो आपने क्या कर दिया, आपने उसकी LPG की बचत कर दी या लकड़ी की बचत कर दी, आपने उसका यूरिया और DAP कम कर दिया, तो बचत वहाँ हो गई, और आपने सस्टेनेबिलिटी भी कर दी. दोनों चीज़ें, आपने ग्रीन हाउस गैस एमिशन भी कम कर दिया, क्योंकि एक बायोगैस डाइजेस्टर 5 टन घटाता है कार्बन और ग्रीन हाउस गैस एमिशन. सो आपने सारी चीज़ें कर दी एक प्रोडक्ट इंट्रोड्यूस करके. सो आप सोचिए, अगर हम मल्टीपल प्रोडक्ट्स उसके घर में इंट्रोड्यूस कर दें ऐसे, उसको सस्टेनेबिलिटी की बात करने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है, क्योंकि वो आउटपुट है उसका जो प्रोडक्ट यूज़ करके ला रहा है. सो आई थिंक दैट इज़ the way forward if you want to bring sustainability in the farmer's lifestyle.
Definitely. Speaking about innovation, how digital innovations such as AI, drones, remote sensing help optimize resources use and reduce the carbon footprints for of farming?
I feel ये technology कभी, these technology will never ever reduce the carbon footprint, but they will facilitate the carbon footprint reduction. Because see, AI ultimately, अगर आप if you install an AI weather sensing, forecasting or something like a technology or an IoT tool at the farm, that will not reduce carbon footprint, but that will help farmers to take wise decisions, and those wise decisions when implemented might reduce carbon footprint. So carbon footprint reduction, these technologies will facilitate, they will not do themselves. Let us understand very clearly. Agar if I am as a farmer, I know how much soil is my organic or unorganic, I will try to make it more organic, correct?
Yes.
So that knowledge will help me to use more organic fertilizer, more organic way of my practices in terms of agriculture, and the ultimate result is reduction in the carbon footprint. But what AI did, or what technology did, what digital interface did, they helped me to take wise decisions to reduce the carbon footprint. So I think these technology will facilitate, and definitely without them we cannot move ahead. And AI, IoT, the digital interface, the dashboards, the technology will definitely make me more wiser. क्योंकि let us understand, no, as a urban user हमें भी digital technology advice कर रही है ना.
Yes.
आज हम grow का सॉफ्टवेयर यूज़ करके देखते हैं ना कौन सा स्टॉक ऊपर गया है, कौन सा कम गया है, तभी हम इन्वेस्ट करते हैं और हमें बेनिफिट होता है. सो उसी तरह से फार्मर को भी अगर हम गाइड कर दें टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ करके, he will do take wise decisions which will be environment friendly at the end and also benefit him as a user.
That's wonderful. And finally, sir, looking forward, looking beyond India for inspiration. Repeat it. And finally, sir, looking beyond India for inspiration, what are some successful global models of sustainable agribusiness that India can learn from?
I think a lot of businesses, because we have seen, I think you can see Home Biogas, which was a biogas digester company, did an IPO in Israel. I think that was one. Drones, definitely they are coming up, and things are coming up. Lots of IoT enabled technologies are coming up. Lots of devices which can be put on field, which can give you weather forecasting, the right guidance of when to fertilize or when to irrigate. I think those technology will definitely aid further for farmers. I think lots of innovations are happening, and I feel the global countries, if you see, they are not using urea and DAP, they are using the advanced versions of the organic fertilizer.
Yes.
So I think lots of innovations are happening in India as well. And I believe the next 5 to 10 years we have an innovation timeline, or you can say the era of innovation happening in the agri-tech and across the startup sector as well. So definitely we are going to move ahead than the global wave. But yes, definitely, because we are an agrarian economy, we cannot take things lightly, because farmers is important.
Yes.
So technology will evolve, but ultimately the farmers are important, because see, the next generation might not be doing the farming.
Yes.
So the hydroponics, poly houses are going to sustain the large scale agriculture for a farmer.
Yes.
So he needs those technology. क्योंकि अगर मेरा बेटा एग्रीकल्चर में नहीं जा रहा है और वो कह रहा है कि मैं शहर में नौकरी करूँगा, तो मुझे टेक्नोलॉजी चाहिए ताकि मैं एग्रीकल्चर को कंटिन्यू कर सकूँ, उसको ज़िंदा रख सकूँ. एंड हाइड्रोपोनिक्स, पॉली हाउस, दीज टेक्नोलॉजीज विल डेफिनेटली हेल्प हिम टू डू दैट. एंड इवेंचुअली अगर नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को वापस उनको लगता है कि यार ये एक्साइटिंग है, ये मोटिवेशनल है एंड मनी मेकिंग बिजनेस है, दे माइट कम बैक जॉइन हिम एज वेल, बिकॉज न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ न्यू एज विल गेट इंटरेस्टेड. They can also come and join the fathers and the ancestors to join the business and continue agriculture, because we are a growing populous country. We are we have surpassed China already, and we need to feed this population. So
Yes,
food
sir.
security is again going to be challenge. So we cannot afford any farmer going down and not doing agriculture. उसकी generation अगर agriculture
True.
नहीं करेगी तो हम लोग हम लोगों के लिए नुकसान है. So I think the younger generation bring in technology, join the agriculture businesses, and keep the agriculture surviving and growing and thriving for this the country which is highly populated, and also make India ahead of other nations globally.
Very well said. By this, come to the conclusion, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge, experiences, and vision with
Thank
us today. Your insights on green energy, sustainability, and innovations have truly broadened our understanding and inspired us as young agribusiness professionals.
Thank you.
To all our listeners, thank you so much for being with us. Until next time, stay curious and stay tuned.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.